he would be mad because he would tell me like, why the fuck are you crying on a interview? But everybody always brings him up in everything that I do, and I don't know why. Because I just feel like maybe he was like an angel to tell me something. And like he changed like my perspective on just a lot of things, like losing him. Real life.
It ain't real life. Real life street stars. You know what time it is.
You know, Big D The Mogul.
Yeah.
I believe y'all were creating something, Toxic and Tequila, correct?
Yep.
Of the show. I believe you might have been like the last person with him.
I was.
Yeah. Like, for those that, you know, because everyone knew the platform, Mogul State of Mind. Mm-hmm. And what was y'all's history? Like, what did he see in you that he was going to take? Because you and, I believe it was Hellcat and Dogface, he was trying to take to the next level. What was that relationship?
So like I still don't be honest. So it's January and Big D had died in November 16th. I remember it was a Friday because we were heading to an interview with Orlando Brown. And I've been on D for years. Like I've been on him like before he did his whole weight loss transition and everything. He was Big D. He was really Big D. Yeah, he was really Big D. And I don't know, and I don't like to question things, and I still don't know. I'm just one of those people, when I go through something, I kind of ignore it. Because I was with him, the last time that I was with him and stuff like that, I don't understand like the things that he was like trying to, like, you be coming around people and they'll try to tell you stuff, like try to give you all this information.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like he gave me a lot of information for some reason. I have not yet found every reason that he wanted to provide, but every second that I spent with him, he never told me nothing that he was sick or nothing like that, you know? And he was sick. And I don't want to even put a narrative out because that's not my business. But when he came around me, he just more so spoke a lot of knowledge into me. And he would be mad because he would tell me like, why the fuck are you crying on a fucking interview? But everybody always brings him up in everything that I do, and I don't know why. Because I just feel like maybe he was like an angel to tell me something. And like he changed like my perspective on just a lot of things. Like losing him has made me think different. You know, I used to be so petty, like you could never tell me nothing. Because everybody that I always have always been around me. I lost my sister the year before on the same, my sister died October 16th.
Oh, wow.
And Big D died November 16th of 2023.
Wow.
My sister died in 2022. And the last day that I was with him, I texted him and I always look at the message and I was telling him that like I just felt something. And it was literally the night before. I told him, we did an interview with Rain. The interview was fine. It was cool. It was something that he didn't like. He stopped the interview and he said, Summer, I don't like this. Like, I know who you could be. And I always would say, D, you're always so hard on me. Like, all this stuff, like, you're always yelling at me. You're always doing this. You're always doing this. Da, 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 da. And I never understood. I still don't know why. I have not seen why he was so precise on everything I'm saying. Like, if I still have our messages. Right. And he told me the night he ended it, and he always told me to don't rush nothing because rushing things could be a curse. I don't remember the exact words, but he said something like that. I miss him so much because I felt like he was so, everybody that I meet, they always tell me how passionate he was behind me. But when I was with Big D, he wasn't showing me that he was passionate behind me. He was never showing me that he gave a fuck. Right. So I would sit there and do Toxic and Tequila, and we would take weeks out, and I would do it for weeks. And he would tell me, like, you're not saying this right. He was so fucking mean all the time. And I'd be like, the last time that I talked to him, I felt so bad, and I cried all day because I was like, why was I yelling at him about that? And I didn't know that maybe he was just giving me his all at the end. And like, people will do that. And I just be wanting people to know, like, embrace everybody around you. Like, just experiencing that last moment with him. And he was just upset about my craft has made me come a little bit different to how I'm going to come and approach the situation, because he was pissed. Yes. I don't know what I did, but he was pissed, but he was passionate about me. And I found out about that after he passed away, and it just opened up another light to actually take myself serious and to not play no more games. You know what I'm saying? So that's why things are going to go the way that they're going to go this year, because I keep remembering the last scenes that he said. And I walked into his funeral and I don't know. I still have not really comprehended it. I always avoid his questions because, like, I don't know why it happened to him. And it was so quick. And he was so nice, and he just loved everybody. And he would give you his all. He gave me everything without asking. And I just miss my friend so much, but... Yeah,
definitely. What I will say is...
I know, I'm so sorry, but nobody...
No.
I don't ever talk about him.
We were very close to Big D. You know, when we first started, we started with him and Say Cheese.
I just fucked up.
And then for what he saw in you, because again, we did our interview, then you went off to do whatever. And to see him investing his time into you, he saw something great that is supposed to come to fruition. I think you were like on episode 2 that he posted. I'm like, this is going to be amazing. The very last video on his page is your interview, is your show. And I'm like, he was really banking a lot on what was supposed to happen with you and what's taking you into the future. So that's why I said when we were going to set up this interview, I said, no, we got to talk to Summer Bunni, because we saw what Big D was trying to create. And who are we not to give her a platform to have this conversation, you know, to have this commentary. And, you know, for his sake, you know, anything that you need from us, you know, we want to make sure we push the buck forward. We want to make sure we support you in anything that you got going on, because he saw something in you that we said we have to keep it forward. So with that being said, Summer, thank you so much. I appreciate it. For those that do want to see what you have going on next, for those that do want to see what you have coming up and how to follow you, just to stay on the Summer Bunni journey. Yeah. What do you have coming up? Where can they follow? Where can they see you?
So
where are you active at?
Right now, so Toxic and Tequila will never be over, ever. It just needs a lot of fixing that we're gonna do. It's gonna be different without having someone who, you know, he was running it. You know, he was my showrunner. So Toxic and Tequila will never be done, but at this time we just kind of put it on the pause. And right now he knew that I had other talents. He knows that I can sing. He knows that I can dance. He knows that I can act. He knew everything. So that's why he was so passionate, because he knew the background. So now we're just taking everything that I know that I can do and I know that I can execute, and we're just going to put it out day by day. Every week you're probably going to see something new, like, this bitch can paint.
Come on now. And you do have...
This motherfucker painted a Picasso, bitch.
Hey, talk to
Tell him, Big D. Big D trying to tell y'all. Y'all didn't want to listen. Now we hear it real life. They try to tell Big D. Tried to tell him. That's why I seen it, and I said, damn, you know, I need to really actually do the shit that he would tell me. He'd be like, I'm trying to tell you. And I feel like, but my thing is, and I wish I could tell him this today, because he was so fucking mean to me. He was always just like, Summer, like, that was not, that shit, he would be like, cut that shit.
Yeah,
like,
Joe
we'll be doing
Jackson.
this right now. He'd be like, cut it. And I'd be like, why? Because that shit was like, you didn't even make no sense. And I'd be like, what are you talking about? He'd be like, you think somebody gonna listen to you like that? Like, and I would be on my set like this, fucking hysterical. And then when he passed, everybody was like, showing me messages, like telling me, like, you know, I was supposed to meet up with you next week. Like, I had hella people coming to me like, Big D had told me about you. He was telling me he was working on this stuff. And I'm like, he was? Because last time I checked, he texted me literally, he texted me and was like, he told me, he said, I don't know. I kept asking him, what did I do so wrong in my interview? Because I feel like it was so, like, cool. And he was like, everything was wrong. And he was like, and don't ever come back to the studio without a prep day, because I felt like I never needed to prep nothing. So the fact that this interview, if it is smooth to you guys and it's seeming like it's very conversational, it's like a surprise, because if Big D was here, he would say, cut this shit, because she ain't even talking the way that she can.
Oh, no, yeah.
So I just feel like he taught me a lot of shit, and I'm taking it day by day, but I'm putting it into my everyday situation, and I'm going to become better. You know what I'm saying?
You got some music out too, right? Or
I do. Real Cocky. It comes out Friday.
Real Cocky. We're gonna put the link in the bio. We're gonna put the link in there. Y'all definitely tell us what y'all feel about Summer's music.
Flavie gonna be so
Real life.